several areas in Chile, July 19, 2024.
Mira, mira, mira. Oh, te va terremoto, cabro. Mira.
Pero bueno, ¿por qué alarmarse, weón?
Bueno, pues tranquila, el terremoto, mira.
Tranquila.
Deja abrir la puerta.
Tranquila.
El terremoto, weón, mira. Se va.
Mira.
Los gatos. Está temblando, está temblando, está temblando. Familia, familia, está temblando.
Oh, conchetumare. Oh, weón. Bájalo. Bájalo él.
A 7.4 magnitude earthquake hit Antofagasta, Chile, on Thursday, the United States Geological Survey reported. The USGS said the earthquake occurred 265 kilometers east of the coastal city of Antofagasta at a depth of 128 kilometers.
Está temblando.
The earthquake occurred at 9:51 p.m. local time, and there was no record of damage.
Puta.
¡Oh, conchetumare, conchetumare! ¡Oh, la mea volada, weón! ¡Oh, el auto sale, conchetumare!
Está temblando.
The region has been hit by some of the strongest earthquakes ever recorded in the world, including a magnitude 9.5 earthquake in 1960 in the city of Valdivia, in the south of the country. The epicenter occurred 45 kilometers, 28 miles, southeast of San Pedro de Atacama, Chile, a tourist center on the edge of the northern desert.
Terremoto aquí en Spence. Terremoto.
According to the USGS, the depth of the earthquake was 117 kilometers, 72 miles, which likely reduced the intensity of the tremor. The deeper the earthquake occurs, the less shaking it causes at the surface. Chilean President Gabriel Boric said his government was checking the area closely, but so far there have been no reports of injuries or major damage.
Oh, no, está guay terremoto, a lo mejor.
The earthquake did not activate the tsunami alarm. According to AFP, no tsunami warning has been issued so far. In January, an earthquake measuring 5.3 on the Richter scale shook the Tarapacá region in northern Chile at a depth of 118 kilometers. There were no reports of losses at that time. Chile is one of the most earthquake-prone countries in the world. The country is located on the Pacific Ocean's Ring of Fire, a seismically volatile region where many volcanic eruptions and earthquakes occur. Images circulating online showed rocks falling on the highway that connects the city of Calama to Tocopilla, east of the epicenter, and local authorities reporting roadblocks in the area. According to experts, the shocks from deeper earthquakes tend to be felt over wider areas of the earth. Thursday's earthquake shook 6 provinces: Tarapacá, Antofagasta, Atacama, Coquimbo, Arica, and Parinacota, Chile's emergency services said. At least a dozen aftershocks have shaken the Earth's surface since then. SENAPRED said in a statement that it was examining possible damage to communities, changes to basic services or infrastructure as a result of this earthquake. I communicated with the regional delegation, and so far there have been no reports of major damage, but the team is collecting information, said Chilean President Gabriel Boric on his X account. San Pedro de Atacama is a city located on an arid plateau in the Andes Mountains, in northeastern Chile. The dramatic surrounding landscape includes deserts, salt flats, volcanoes, geysers, and hot springs. Valle de la Luna, in the nearby Los Flamencos National Reserve, is a moon-shaped basin with unusual rock formations, huge sand dunes, and pink-striped mountains. Yellow alert for deaths from shocks and economic losses. Some casualties and damage are possible, and the impact is expected to be relatively local. Previous yellow alerts required a response at a local or regional level. Despite its extraordinary size and the large number of falling objects, this earthquake is not considered an earthquake of great magnitude, reported researchers from the Chilean Geosciences Network, citing some small tremors in infrastructure, but no buildings collapsed. Residents have no difficulty getting up, he said. Chile is located on the so-called Ring of Fire in the Pacific, which is highly susceptible to earthquakes. Chileans still have painful memories of the 8.8 magnitude earthquake in 2010, which triggered a tsunami and killed 526 people. The Geosciences Network said Thursday's earthquake was the most powerful to hit Chile since 2016, when a 7.6 magnitude earthquake struck the southern part of the country. There are currently no reports of damage or casualties following the strong earthquake on July 19, 2024, at 1:50 Coordinated Universal Time. The depth of the earthquake was 117.4 kilometers. The U.S. Tsunami Warning System said there was no risk of a tsunami from the earthquake, which was centered about 20 kilometers, 12.5 miles, south of San Pedro de Atacama, according to the National Weather Service. Prevention and Response to Disasters in Chile, CENIPRED. Meanwhile, Chile's National Disaster Prevention and Response Service said the earthquake was felt, with varying intensity, in several regions of the country, including Tarapacá, Antofagasta, Atacama, Coquimbo, Arica, and Parinacota. In early January, an earthquake measuring 5.3 on the Richter scale hit the Tarapacá region, in northern Chile, at a depth of 118 kilometers, reported the Euro-Mediterranean Seismological Center. The Hydrographic and Oceanographic Service of the Chilean Navy stated that the characteristics of the earthquake did not meet the necessary conditions to generate a tsunami on the Chilean coast. Chilean authorities have attempted to go further to find a solution to the earthquake that occurred, by adopting existing technology on a larger scale in management.
Terremoto. Ah, ese temblor nomás. De terremoto en un edificio sería.